Hello and welcome to the I Am Badass series. This is Lani. Hope you're having a kick-ass day. Today I'm going to talk about manifesting at a quantum speed. Literally so mind-blowing, so fast. So before we get started, smash the like button, hit the bell icon so you're notified every week when we do these epic episodes. Chris and I have spent just this year alone over $200,000 learning these tools. And because I know that I've done it, I know you can do it. And so my intention is to tell you that there's another way, sis. You are not stuck. So I'm sharing this forward with you because I freaking believe in you and I know you can do it. So today we're talking about manifesting. I have goosebumps. If you have goosebumps, let me know in the comments. At a quantum speed, at an incredible level. So have you ever been journaling or in a course or meditating and you just feel like it's so slow? You're like, an ant lapped me 8 times. And you feel like there has to be a faster way, there has to be a better way, and you feel stuck in that hamster wheel. It's like the same crap over and over. You might get like a little bit of leeway, like a little jump, but then you feel like you're back to the same old crap, same old problems. You're waking up feeling overwhelmed and exhausting, and I can totally relate because I was freaking 36 and a half, and I was sitting there one day, I'm like, you know when you have these conversations with yourself because all of a sudden you look around and you're like, how the shit did I get here? Like, how did I get to this spot where I have nothing I want? I'm not proud of myself. You know when you're talking to yourself, you're like, what are you doing? You're like, how did you get here? What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Why can't you do the shit that everyone else can do? I was like, I should have a house and a family. I should have like 20 kids and, making 100 grand a year. That used to be the dream. Wow, have things changed. So that feeling of, why is this going so slow? There has to be a faster way. And we've heard of people, like you've heard of people doing it faster, haven't you? Let me know. You've seen women just like blow minds. I was just talking to a woman the other day and she's like, dude, one of my clients from like so many years ago has just completely, literally outperformed me by like 20x. And she started, like I was coaching her, how did this happen? And it's like, I get it, as these women who want to show up and want to be these leaders. Do I have any leaders here? Are you a leader? Right? Hand in your heart if you are. I am a leader. Say, I am a leader. We have these dreams. You want to help people. You want to make an impact. You daydream about yourself standing on stages and inspiring people and making this world amazing. Like, you imagine having people come up to you with tears in their eyes saying, you've changed my life, your kids, your family, your clients, your partner looking at you saying, you're so inspiring. Oh, you make me want to be a better man. Oh my gosh, are you with me? Are you feeling me? Is that the kind of stuff that you think? I know I can't be the only one here. So it's so mind-blowing, but there is a faster way. And I'm going to tell you, it's called magnetic energy. So I had no lack of trying. Like I would literally, if it was a running race, I would like throw up in order to win. I'd faint, I'd throw up. Like, it's fine, I'll win. If in school, I was Mrs. Teacher's pet. Like I was like, oh, I'll study and stay up all night. I'll do everything so like I can be the best. I didn't have a lack of, like I didn't sit on my ass all day and be like, gee, I wonder why. I understood that it's like, all right, I was a gymnast. I had that work ethic ingrained in me. But I was on a struggle bus. When you just feel like you're working so hard, you're like, I literally feel like I'm working like 100 times harder. I'm going to give you a secret. I'm going to free your soul. Do you want me to free your soul right now? You are working harder than you need to. You are working harder, not smarter. So the most amazing thing about quantum energy, I'm nerd alert, like Austin Powers, nerd alert. I love quantum physics. My mentors, my freaking quantum physicist mentors, I just love it. They speak consciousness. They just speak consciousness and manifestation into me, and they explain it in science. And I'm like, dude, this is so simple. It takes the woo-woo right out of it. It's so amazing. It's so inspiring. So check it out. When you are in survival mode, You can't leap and jump and rocket launch. When you're in survival mode, you can't create. When you are in survival mode, you are not a magnet. And on the most simplest form I can explain it is everything is energy. So we all have a negative charge at the base of our spine, at our sacrum. And when you are in survival mode, you don't have that invisible, like your magnetism is dead. You ain't got it. Because in survival mode, we just have a negative charge at the bottom. When we can get out of survival mode, and it takes inspiration to move energy. If you are unhappy and you don't have any energy and you're not happy with your life and you're settling and you're like, oh my, like, been so hard, like I want to feel better, you will never ever make a move, sister. You have to have inspiration to move energy. The first step is you have to want this. This has to be a deep desire. I have goosebumps. No one can do it for you. Quit waiting for someone to save you. No one can move this energy. This has to be a deep burning desire in you. I want to move this energy. I want to wake up energized. I want to be happy. I want to live my best life. This has to be inside you. So when you have this inspiration, we can actually move energy. So instead of, like, we can literally transform and transmute anxiety into bliss. You can literally transform self-doubt and self-hatred into love and confidence. It's amazing. So with this magnetic energy, when you move the energy out of survival mode, you actually create the positive charge at the top. So now your invisible energy field is activated and you become a magnet. So you see what I'm saying? When you're in survival mode, it's like right now, if a man just like pounding on the door and is like, I'm going to kill you, I have a gun. You're not going to be like, let me just listen to Lani talk about magnetic energy and how to live my dreams. You're going to be like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do if somebody's at the door, like ready to kill you? You're going to be like, ah, and you're going to go right into survival mode. And all your brain, your survival mechanisms, they're here to keep you alive. They're going to be like, she doesn't need to reproduce. Sexual organs off. She's not eating. Turn the digestion system off. All the energy is going into arms and her legs. There's no energy or major blood pumping, like all the vital organs on all the energy that we, in our centers that we need to create, they're gone. It's like run for your life. You're in survival mode. Are you with me? If you need to live, all of your energy is going to go into escaping, fighting or flighting in that moment. You cannot create when you're in survival mode. You're not going to sit down and meditate with me if there's somebody knocking on the door and they're telling you they're going to kill you. So it's not that you're not worthy of it or you can't do it or it's harder for you. It's that, and survival mode, and that, just so you know, this is the craziest part. Are you ready to have your mind blown? We all think of survival mode as, oh my God, it must be suicidal with me at a gun to my head. That is the biggest lie, sister. Being in survival mode is repeating the thoughts over and over. I'm not good enough. I can't do this. And being just constantly dragged to the past, dragged to your biggest mistakes, dragged to worst case scenario, dragged to all the mistakes you made, everything you should have done, everything you don't have, everything you could. That's survival mode. So you're constantly running in the survival mode. There's no energy. You don't have a positive charge at the top of the head. So when you can get out of survival mode and tap into this magnetic energy and move the energy with enough inspiration, you create this positive charge at the top of your head. You have a negative charge at the bottom, and now you are a magnet. Now, this is how you quantum, just making sure my boobs aren't showing, I'm getting crazy, I'm knocking my dress off. This is called quantum growth. So for example, with me, I was in abusive relationships my whole life. All the women in my family are. I almost died in my last marriage. And then I did this. I had enough inspiration. I said, you are done being in abusive relationships. And so I declared it. I decided. I said, you will never be in an abusive relationship again. We are done with that. And I decided I am in a beautiful, loving, healthy relationship. In 2 freaking weeks, I manifested the love of my life. After 36 and a half years of misery and pain, that is quantum. It didn't take me another 36 years. Are you with me? Right? Let's talk about this with money. In 2018, we were in debt. I was in debt, negative 30,000. I was in the negative. I was in the red zone, right? So the water was here and I was down here trying to survive. Have you ever felt like that where you're just like getting just enough to get it through the day? You're not thriving. You're just surviving. It's so exhausting and overwhelming. So with using magnetic energy, with this quantum leap, within a month and a half, we started doing $20,000 a month. So in 1 month, I did more than I did in a whole year. In 1 month, I made more money than I made the whole year before. And that was literally like, so I made the decision, I quantum leaped, and it started. It was like, oh shit, I just made $6,000 in a day. Oh my God, we just made $10,000 in a week. Holy crap, we just hit 20K and half the month's not even over. Like, that's the quantum leap. But I couldn't have done that while I was in survival mode thinking, oh my God, like with Chris, oh my God, all the good men are taken. I'm never going to be able to do this. Poor me. This is just the story. I don't deserve it. Being in survival mode. That is not inspiration. There was no positive charge to activate my invisible energy field. Like, we literally have an electromagnetic field. This is not woo. This is science. This is fact. This is not me interpreting it, me making up something just to, talk on video. This is fact. This is truth. This is science. This is proven. And we feel energy. We feel energy. So you get confused because you're like, well, I can feel a cup. I can feel my cell phone. I can feel my car. But energy, how can we tell if it's working? How can you tell if you are in survival or if you are totally in creation mode, activating with the positive charge at the top and being this magnet for everything? Well, you get it. Did the money make me happy? Absolutely not. But was the money a sure sign that I was in flow with God and my higher power and in energy and in creation? Absolutely. Because you can't stop it. You can't stop it when you are a magnet. You can't stop it. You can't fight it. It's a magnet. It's a pull. It's a gravitational pull with source. It's so freaking beautiful. So you don't have to it's like, do we want to walk at the pace of ants? You want to freaking army crawl over broken glass and the snow uphill both ways? Or shall we do this faster? Because would you rather reach your goals faster or would you rather reach your goals slower? Let me know in the comments. It's so much more fun. Your happiness loves speed. It's so much easier to get to your full potential faster than it is to suffer slower. Like in 2018, when I was in survival mode and miserable and broke and insecure and hated my life, that year felt so much longer. It was so much harder. It was so much more painful. There was so much more suffering than the year where I was living up to my full potential and creating and waking up excited and curious every morning. Like, I had more fun in 1 month than I had in the whole year before. Are you with me? I had more fun in 1 month than I had in the whole previous year. What? This is what I'm talking about. So if you're like, oh my gosh, Lani, you're speaking my language. Oh, we have an event coming up, 7X Your Energy Live. I'm going to go deep into magnetic energy. We're going to talk about, I've got goosebumps, how to skip the suffering, the pain, the getting lapped by ants, the crappy days, the groundhog days full of pain and suffering, how to skip over that. And this isn't like a magic pill. This isn't like, I want to lose weight, so I'm going to go get liposuction. Like, how old are you, right? I'm here too late. How long have you been suffering? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? It's not an overnight surgery. Oh my God, I don't have to take part in my own rescue or care or focus or put in, have enough inspiration. It's not like that. It's you've been suffering for long enough. Are you with me? Why go through this another day? My only regret is that I didn't know this sooner because I did not need to be suicidal. I did not need to go bald. Suicidal thoughts. Worst relationships ever. I didn't need to do that. I did it. So now I can help you not. I'm talking reach your full potential. I'm talking 2x your income, 3x, 4x. I'm talking to the biggest badasses ever. I have women doing things you didn't even know it was possible. I'm talking leaders. If you are a leader, say yes, this is for you. If you know that you were put here to do something great, say yes, this is for you. You got to come to the next event. It's amazing. I'll put the link in the description, 7xyourenergy.com. There you go. Thanks for listening. Lots of love. You.